So this is required. This video has to be posted next. Why? Yesterday morning on RuthAnnTALKS, I went into extensive detail describing musical instrument performance demand, specifically keyboard. The title of that installment is The Last Trombone, and it opens with a reference to 1 Corinthians 15 and an interpretation of which instrument is actually intended to represent the last trump. It's a joke that comes from Martin Luther inadvertently. Okay, so that video entitled The Last Trombone covers the topic of my having been required to perform all the keyboard parts in Tchaikovsky's Nutcracker Ballet for our local performance. And the fact that the celeste, the instrument required for those parts, was not available for my use, and I had to use a synthesizer. And I went into detail describing the differences between the keys, size, depth, and weight, and the impact on my performance demand, or the performance demand that was created by all those factors. And here comes a recommended YouTube video on the heels of that post called How You Can Use, let me just check here, How You Can Use Imposter Syndrome to Your Benefit. A TED Talks out of Sydney, Australia, presented by Mike Cannon Brooks. How you can use imposter syndrome to your benefit. Well, I clicked on that and decided to play it. I thought, okay, what's YouTube got up its sleeve this time by way of marketing? And sure enough, it's it's a talk about when an adult in a professional situation feels out of their depth, feels unqualified or less than qualified to perform the tasks at hand. So apparently YouTube's bots decided that my reference to my performance demand in the actual public performance of Tchaikovsky's Nutcracker, which just completed its second performance this afternoon, matinee, earlier this afternoon I should say, was somehow me being out of my depth, that I might benefit or glean something from this TED Talk about feeling the imposter syndrome. That's not what was going on at all. I'm fully qualified to play the part, and everybody that performed with me encouraged me to believe that. I mean, maybe I should produce the program that actually gives hard evidence that I was there and I played the part in the Lake Erie Ballet's 61st annual Nutcracker, accompanied by live professional union orchestra, Local 17 of the American Federation of Musicians. No, I am not an imposter. This is the real thing right here. What is going on YouTube and in Facebook with this marketing and these bots that are following everything we say and do? I wrote an essay at my blog, Little Bare Feet blog. It's called The Marketing Machine as Mind Control, and you can read it at littlebarefeetblog.com. I cited at least 5 or 6 anecdotes provided by my friends and relatives, implying that social media is listening to and watching us through our devices, whether we're actively engaging the use of them or not. Just because the the webcam is on. The webcam is on, or the phone is on, or the TV is on. There's software busily, logging our references even in conversation, live conversation in our homes, and throwing us an ad for a product that is referenced in our conversations that we're having. What is it? My wireless alarm system? Maybe it's that, the camera on the wall. Maybe we're being watched and heard every waking minute of our lives now. In the United States of America, this is what's happening. The internet is open and free, but we're being watched. We are being heard. And for reasons that are intended to persuade us to purchase, to act as consumers. How you can use the imposter syndrome to your benefit from TED Talks in Australia. How ironic. I am one of the most authentic people you've ever met, and the most genuine person I know. And I'm not bragging on that. It's just a fact. The imposter syndrome. I resent that. I resent that YouTube. I resent that Facebook. I'm no bot. And I've not been bought either. Okay, that's about 7 minutes. Just a little bit of a defense against the recommended YouTube videos that crawl on the heels of everything I have to say on live TV here, this little screen. Oh, Feliz Navidad. I've finished the last of my professional performances except the 3 masses on Christmas Eve and the 4th on Christmas morning. I get to play at Holy Cross and St. George's in Erie, Pennsylvania. Thank you, Andrew and Daniel, for hiring me. And at St. George's, my student Jordan will be sitting alongside me, performing professionally at the age of 15 and a half. I'm proud of her, and she should be proud too. Ain't no imposter on this screen. Thank you very much.